So I have my phone here just to look at the chat. So feel free to interact with me and feel free to interrupt my session. If you want to ask any questions, just ask. This is like we rarely do class like this, but we're trying to do our best to give out these free classes for all of you. Okay, so like what Fahim said, he has gone through the housekeeping rules. So to answer the question that I think Muhammad Zahir was asking, would this session be recorded? Yes, and we will be uploading it to YouTube. And we will, since we have all your emails, right, we will be sending all the recordings to you, so you can refer it back. Actually, for the ones who haven't gotten the chance to join, we will be sending it them also. So don't worry, just stick with me, and I hope you can learn something today. So again, my name is Lee Chong, so you can call me Onion. So why Onion? Because Chong in Mandarin Chinese, Chong sounds like onion, macam bawang. So since young people call me Onion because they don't bother to remember my name, and that's why people call me Onion lah. So you can, if there's any question, you can just say Onion, hi hi hi, or what do you have, or you want to email us. It's up to you. Yeah. So at 24 Consulting, maybe some of you came from TikTok, some of you came from our social media like Facebook and Instagram. So me as a marketing manager here, all of that is under my wing. So anything that you see online, anything that you see on social media, I'm handling it back end. Yeah. So thank you for Fahim for introducing us. So again, 24 Consulting does training, and here just now we have had our business operations manager Fahim to do the opening, but we also have two other teammates who couldn't join today. One is Ali, which is our founder and trainer at 24 Consulting. I think most of you who wrote one just now has joined the session from him lah. He always teaches Gen AI and automation. And Adam, he's the account manager. So basically, he does all the sales meeting and everything. Okay. So before we start, guys, can I get your help to download the course slides? So I will be putting this link here into the chat also, so you guys can take a look. Okay. For the ones who wants to, I've put in the slide in the chat. Yeah, Fahim, you can turn off the camera if you later you want to chat. Okay, no problem. So for the ones who wants to scan it, please do. Okay, so can I get everyone to say one, to put one if you have already gotten the slide, so I will know, because here in my space here, it's very quiet. It's just me talking. Okay, I love it when Fahim was talking here with me, but right now I'm just super quiet. So just let me know if you have gotten it. Just put a 1 in the chat. Okay, 1 1 1 1 1. Okay, so let me just start. Okay, so are you guys ready? Yes, sir. Okay, so let me just start this session by saying you are a designer. So since we are doing this virtually, does any one of you think you are a designer in this class? So if you think you're a designer, give me a 6. Give me a number 6. If you think like I'm a designer, give a number 6. Okay, we have how do I pronounce your name? Razzie or Reese? Tan? Okay, Riz. All right, Riz. Right. So out of all, we only have one person who thinks that they are a designer, and I get that feeling, and I am not. Yep. So, but here's what I'm trying to get at. I think that everyone's a designer. So just a little bit about my story. When I started as a marketer, so I started as a marketing intern. And someone say I design when necessary. Yes, and you are a designer because of that. So this is what I mean. When I started as a marketer, right, all I thought, because I came from a marketing background and communications background also. So what I thought is I would do all these marketing plans. I would need to do all this marketing analytics, all this fancy stuff when I started going into my career. But instead, 70% of my time, I'm actually designing stuff. So as you can see here, I've designed some posters, I've designed some websites, I've designed banners, I've designed everything that you can think of. There was even one time that I designed a 2-story high banner which sticks on like some wall like that. So it's kind of crazy. If thinking back, as a marketer, I actually did more design work than anyone in the company. So I started to ask myself this question: wait, I'm not a designer. Why am I doing all of this work? And I guess some of you can relate. Maybe our designation is not a designer, but most of the time, our job actually involves designing, and it's just not 1 or 2 design. It may be 50% of the time that we need to design something. So if you think of it, we all have something to design, right? So I know that you guys have put in your job titles in when you guys are signing up, but can I know what is your job right now? Can you just type in the chat if you are on your computer or if you are on your phone? Yeah, so Riz, she's a social media marketer. So it's very obvious that she needs to do a lot of social media design. You want to do posters, you want to do ads, creative, right? One leg kick, yeah. So okay, someone said admin. Actually a lot of our customers, they are actually from government sectors. So a lot of them are actually HR and admins, and you will be surprised of how many design work they need to do. So for example, they need to do slides to present to their boss about something. Sometimes they need to design flyers, or they need to design posters for some kind of events that they are organizing. So literally everyone needs to design something. Operations guy, Fahim, he even needs to create a poster to, or to engage with people, right? There's admins, that e-commerce manager. I mean, e-commerce, let's say you are doing e-commerce. I mean, essentially you need to have visuals of your products, right? Like on some Atika here is entrepreneur, especially entrepreneur and business owners here. If you want to do a website, if you want to start your own social media company, or your own social media, everything now is so digitally uh, everything now is on the digital side of things. So without great visuals, it's very hard to hook people with the things that you want to communicate, right? There's baker here, there's virtual assistant, okay? There's a educator. Yep, educator is one of the most prominent example, slides. Like what am I doing right now, right? I couldn't just slap a text here just to expect you to understand it. Okay, customer service manager. All right, trainer, academic tutor, freelance marketing, senior lecturer. Yep. All right. So I just want to ensure you guys that although this session is very short, 2 to 3 hours, and it's free, I can ensure you that you can look at this design differently, and I'll give you some tips how you can leverage on some of the tools that is available on the market right now, and it will immediately enhance your design and also enhance your workflow. So my idea is messages needs to be designed before it is communicated, right? So that's why design is so important right now. We can't just put a bunch of text and expect people to understand it. We need to design it so we are guiding the viewer's eyes to access the information. Okay? So today's agenda, we will have 5 modules. Okay? We'll have module 1 starting from understanding key design principles, and this is the part where you guys would be most surprised, I would think, because I will be talking about some principles that you may have known in your head, but you may not have actively assessing it when you are looking at the design. Second one, creating a design workflow. Third one, we will navigate a bit of Canva essential tools, and later design mindset. And the last one, I will do some hands-on, but since this is a virtual session, I will be doing more of a demonstration instead. So I think everyone here needs to get to lunch, so I hope that I can end this earlier so everyone, can it won't be too long and boring. I will just try and go through everything, but please feel free to ask me anything during the session. All right? The slide is so beautifully designed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I actually put in a lot of work here, and I just want to tell you guys that you guys can do it also. Okay? I'll show you. Since Riz, you have asked this, maybe later I will put this slide as one of the example later. Okay? So guys, let's do some activity. Yes, by Canva. Yep. So there's two designs here. Okay? There's one Avengers, there's one Tangled, which is from Disney and Marvel. Okay, so guys, which one do you think is nicer? If you think Avengers is nicer, you put A. If you think Tangled is nicer, you put B there. I want to see everyone's answer, yeah? This is just a ice-breaking activity. We have B, B, B. Oh, there's a lot of B. Okay. No one likes Avengers. Jeremy likes B. Nick likes B. Okay. Ida likes B. Wow, there's a lot of B's. Okay. I see. Okay. You see, I think only a few picked A. Kaja, Azhar, and Sphere, right? Yep. All right. So as you can see here, although I'm presenting you two very nice designs, you guys would choose it based on your preferences. So this is what I mean. Design is very subjective. Okay. So today we are not talking about what is a great design, because to be honest, a great design for you can be a bad design for another person, right? So design is very subjective. Design is all about emotions and communications. But while taste is personal, there are some underlying principles that guide effective design, right? Dr. Elia say A is messy, right? So as you can see here, it may be messy, right? But if you think of a business or design point of view, they actually use this poster to promote their billion dollar cinema shows, So for Marvel to put this out there, it means that they have the level of confidence that this will garner certain amount of results, right? Although Dr. Elia think A is messy, they're still using it, and that's where like subjective comes into play. Some people like chaotic design like this, but some people like a very soothing and beautiful design like B. Okay. So let's go on and understand the 5 key design principles. Okay, I think a lot of you here are in Malaysia. So, oh, sorry, can I just drink some water? Oh my God. Okay, let's start. So there's 5 design principles here. Apa cantik harus pandai. Okay, just let this sink in first. So what is apa cantik harus pandai? I would I would just terangkan for you. Okay. So the first principle, alignment. I think everyone here knows alignment already, but I'm just going to slap this right in front of your face because I need to tell you that alignment is super important. Alignment is what makes your design clean and tidy. Okay, like what you guys have been doing with your documents. We have always been aligning left. You have always been aligning the title in the middle. Those are some of the very important elements that we need in design itself. Okay, so this is what I mean. Everyone, can I have your help to look at the left example? So let's say we are not aware of this principle here called alignment. Yeah, all we know is it is very messy, right? But we wouldn't know why is it messy, because it's just human nature. We think that it is very out of place. But if you have alignment in your head, and when you see this design, your boss or your friend asks you, can you help me fix this? Then immediately you spotted the alignment problem. So what you do, you just align everything in the same line, You see the bottom here, virtual session via Zoom, and here it's aligned together. And here is aligned in center, right? So immediately the same elements, it became more aligned and tidy, right? So this is the same with your design. If you have noticed, there's still a lot of designs out there that is not following this principle. Although these principles are not 100%, but I believe that you guys would have seen one or two designs that is like just very out of place, right? So alignment is very important. The second one, cantik lah. Tadi is other, now is cantik. So contrast is very important. So color contrast is one of the most prominent thing you can use to make something stand out. So the fact that you can see this word right here, the word contrast, is because of the background is light and the element is dark, and that's why it's creating a color contrast, and that's why you can see the thing. So as you can see on the on the bottom right, the background is dark and the element should be light, so you can see it. Okay, so this is what I mean. If you see the design on the left, you can't really see the text, right? And I can assure you that a lot of people are making these mistakes, right? Have any one of you seen designs like this? Maybe it's not that bad, but yes, someone said yes, Reese, right? Maybe it's not that bad, you know. Sometimes it's just when people are trying to design something, especially for non-designers like us, let's say we have an orange background, but somehow we try to make the words a yellow color, which is very similar, and you can't see the text. And that's why, and that's where contrast come into play. As you can see on the right design, immediately you can see the text popping up. And that's why when you have a dark background, always use a light text. If you have a light background, always use a dark text, okay? What you apply is a rule of thirds in graphic design and idea manipulation. Thank you so much, Dr. Ilya. So, Reese is very furious. She said a lot of designs look like this. So, Dr. Ilya, so for your information, right, today, although I'm sharing these 5 design principles, it is what I think is the most important out of all. Of course, if you go search online, you will find 10 design principles, you will find 20 design principles, or you can find like the rules of graphic design. So everything is very connected, but they are described it in a different way. And these 5 principles here that I'm sharing is something that has been living in my head for a very long time. And when I'm doing design, I'm always thinking about it. So it makes my design life so much easier, and I believe you guys would be benefit of that also, right? So the third one, hierarchy. So harus lah tadi, apa cantik harus, okay? Hierarchy is like, so for example, in a company, the hierarchy is always the boss comes first or the founder comes first, right? They are usually the face of the company. So same thing as a design, you can't have everything equally important. You need to have something the biggest there. Okay, so hierarchy organize information so viewers dia tahu lah mana dia boleh nampak, tahu lah dia boleh nampak the big text ke apa. So like for example in this slide here, I purposely made the word hierarchy the biggest. That means that I don't want you to focus on other stuff first. I want you to focus on the word hierarchy first. Okay, so guys, I just want to give you 5 seconds to read the next slide, and you put in a 1 in the chat if you are reading it in the according list. Okay, 5 seconds, and you put 1 if you think it is true. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, I see a lot of 1. Riz, Azhar, Farhana. All right, there's a lot of 1 here. Okay, Siti is saying 1, you know, Carla is saying 1, Sabakuma is saying 1, Nazida. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. So this is why hierarchy is so important in design. When you are designing something, you have to have something you want to emphasize. Emphasize maksudnya macam focus right? So you have to focus, let your viewers focus on something. If you're trying to fill in all the informations that you have there, then it's not a design, it's just a document, right? So as you can see the examples here, if you look at the left, you will see that everything, although the information is there, but all the texts are equally sized and equally weighted. What I mean is like everything is bolded like the same, right? The size is all the same. So when I look at it, yes, the information is there, and I may need to take a longer time to read it, to understand it. But if you put the same element and you move it to the right, now I'm very focusedly telling you, hey, this is the 3 reasons why you should get certified. Okay, hierarchy is basically making the main thing the biggest, the second important thing second, and the rest follows. Okay, so this is why hierarchy is important. Okay, all right, proximity. So the fourth one is proximity. So apa cantik harus pandai. Pandai is P proximity. So proximity sounds very complicated, but it basically means grouping. So as you can see on the right, the colors are grouped together, right? So it looks very organized. Okay, so this is what I mean by proximity. I think it's a bit it may be a bit hard for beginners to understand, but actually everyone knows this technique. Okay, so for example, here we have a example. As you can see here, we are not really sure what is the design trying to tell us. Okay, it's very messy, and I think I need to crack my head to understand this. But if I put the same design and I turn it into this, right, immediately you understand, oh, these 3 points is the 3 traits that trainer must have. Oh, these three things is the 3 learning styles someone should learn. So this is the power of grouping stuff. So for example, when you're doing a poster design, when you're putting, let's say we have an event like today's event, Canva design, I put it the biggest, right? Remember? So my details, if you have noticed our poster there, I put my date, my time, and my platform here all together in one space, right? And that's because of grouping. So I wouldn't put my time here, my date another corner, and my platform another corner. So it would makes the viewer very messy, right? So this is the power of grouping. Okay. For white space, do you guys know what white space is? So in the design world, white space is also called the negative space. So white space basically, the meaning is very simple. It's because we don't want to put too much design in a design. What I mean is like, you don't want to put all the things you want in one design because your viewers wouldn't know where to look at. So for example, the slide here right now, the reason why you are looking immediately in the center is because there's a lot of space around the design. And I want you to look at white space as if it is pushing your attention to the other side. So guys, just look at me here. I'm in the middle, right? So what if I move here? You are still looking at me, and here immediately becomes a white space, right? Although there's something back there, there's a cupboard back there, but it's still white space. So it's the same when you're doing design. So for example, guys, you're immediately looking at the bottom left because there's nothing to look at the top corner, right? And that immediately pushes your attention to here. Okay, so remember, white space doesn't have to be white. It can be anything, okay, as long as it is pushing your attention to the other side, right? And this is a very good technique where you can use to make your attention focus on one point. Okay, so is everyone here with me? Okay, so remember the 5 design principles: alignment, contrast, hierarchy, proximity, and white space. So when when you're trying to remember this, you can also try this way lah. Apa cantik harus pandai. Wow. So remember the first letter, and remember how I give you all the examples that you need. So remember, I've also, since every one of you has already gotten the slides, I believe some of you who have just joined may not have the slides yet. So let me just copy the slide link in the chat. So remember, you guys can always go back and review the slides and just do some revision so you remember. Okay, all right. So guys, I just want because they always say, like, if you learn something and you don't practice it, most likely you wouldn't remember it. So now I'm going to give you one practice that you can do immediately. So, okay, never mind. Let me show you later. Okay. So, are you guys up for a challenge? So, everyone, can I get a 1 if you are still with me? The 5 design principles. Is everyone clear with that? Is everyone clear with that? Everyone clear? So these 5 design principles is very important, and I will immediately show you why. Thank you for all the ones here. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. So guys, can I get someone, or in the chat, you can just type in the chat, can you find the 5 design principles here? Right? Just now, when I was giving you an example, this design was just an ordinary design for you. But right now, after learning 5 design principles, you can spot the principles immediately, right? So you understand, oh, actually, there's principles behind the design here. It's not just the designer suddenly say, oh, I just want to put this here, right? There's something behind it. So guys, is there any alignment here? Can I get someone to type in the chat for me? Is there any alignment that you see here? Or if you want to unmute your mic, it's fine. Yeah. Is there anyone? There's 47. Oh, there's 47 in the class already. All right. Is there anyone who can spot the alignment here? No one? Really? Marvel and Avengers are aligned. Yes, that's correct. Yep. Okay. So as you can see here, Marvel, Avengers, and the main fort is all aligned in the middle, right? That's why it looks so clean, although we might not know that, right? And also, if you see on the top there, you see that the actors' name here are also aligned in one line, right? It may be very like you may think that it's very obvious that we should do that, but actually no. A lot of people, if you don't have the alignment mindset, you wouldn't make design that way, Okay, so that is one of the design principles that you can find, right? So what about contrast? Can you see the text clearly? Like the Avengers text is very poppy, right? And the main fourth is very poppy. The actors' name are also very poppy also. So they are all contrast, right? And if you want to further investigate it, you can see the characters clearly. And that's because they are not blended with the environment. Imagine today, they are the same color as the background. You can't really see them, and then there's no point there, right? Contrast is very important to make things pop. Okay, so guys, I just want to not much contrast. Yep. So this is just an example. Okay. When Dr. Elias said not much contrast, I just want to point out a part here where it isn't much contrast. See, as you guys can see, all these texts, although they are contrast, right? They are very poppy, right? Can you see the text at the bottom here? Actually, if I make it big lah, you will see that it is actually like the companies that are working with Marvel to put out the movie, for example, like Sony, everything. So it is not very contrasty. So for us as a human, we can't really see it. So is that a bad design or not? Right? It's not clear, right? And that's why contrast plays such a big role in this design here. So This is what I mean. If I don't want my viewer to focus on that, can I purposely make the contrast lesser? Can, right? And that's what the designers are doing down there. You see, they purposely make this a little bit less contrasty because they could have make it white also like the others and it will be poppy. But that would take away the attention of the viewers because that's not the main point of this poster. I want people to know Avengers is coming up on May 4th and these are the actors and these are the characters, right? All right, I see that there's actually some of the opinions in the chat right here. Riz saying that design is very cramped, and Dr. Elias said there's not much contrast. Okay, so I would actually I'll see this in two ways. First of all, are we looking it at a subjective way? Because when we are examining design, of course, we can say it's a bad design or it's a good design for us, right? Remember just now, there are still a few of them who really liked Avengers design. So it's very, how to say, we are just looking at it at a principal's perspective, right? What did they do right? Maybe it's too cramped, like what you guys are saying, but it still doesn't take away that their design has a lot of design principles behind it, right? Remember? So Dr. Ilya said they tried putting contrast, but it was ineffective. That may be true also, but when you are looking at the poster here, when you're walking past this poster on a billboard or something, can you see the text Avengers? Can you see the characters, right? If you can see that, maybe their objective has been done. So is it a bad design? I wouldn't say so, but is it a perfect design? It may be not, right? So there's always something that we can learn from all these designs here. Okay? So guys, let's continue. Let's move on to the third one, which is hierarchy. So as you guys can see here, the hierarchy is very obvious. They try to make Avengers the biggest, right? Or if you want to argue, the characters are bigger also. So these are the most emphasis that they want to put. So when people look at this design, oh, I recognize Tony Stark, I recognize Thor, I recognize the Avengers word. So they make it the biggest, right? So they also make the date the second biggest there at the bottom. Then the text on the top, they are the third level. So you could miss that details, but it's fine because you already know it's Avengers and it's coming up on May 4th, right? So hierarchy is very important. Imagine, guys, the May 4th is in the middle, but Avengers is at the bottom. It would be a bit weird lah. But you know, that is the power of hierarchy. Make what you want to tell your viewers the biggest and the most prominent. Okay, so proximity, as you can see on top there, all the actors' names are listed together because they are the same category, right? So they are in the same line and they are grouping together. Okay, at the bottom there is all the entity that is working together with Marvel to put up this Avengers movie. So all of them are at the bottom. Okay, so this is grouping. All right, and the last one, guys, do you guys see white space here in this design? Let me know if there's white space. If you think there's white space, put 1. If you think there's no white space, put 2 in the chat. Come on, guys. I just want you guys to interact with me. If you think there's white space, put 1. If you think there's no white space, put 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. So most of you say God, and that is true, guys. So as you can see here, although it's very messy at the back and there's some skyscrapers, there's some plane going on there, but that part actually doesn't take away your attention from the characters, right? Imagine they put a Hello Kitty there. Then you'll be thinking, why is that there? And that would immediately spread the attention away from the characters and maybe Avengers. So although there's something behind there, there's still white space there. So when you're doing design as well, you can have some elements at the background and it can still be white space as long as it is not too bright or it is not too attention seeking. Okay, got it? So whenever you guys are doing design, please just follow these 5 design principles and your design will shine. And I promise you that whenever you are doing design, just try and follow it, because as a non-designer, we need some guidance for our design, right? So let's not try to be too creative because we don't have the experience and knowledge enough to do it. And I'll explain it to you why later. Okay, so is everyone here with me? I still have 47. Hi, Hasima. I saw you are opening your camera here. So, okay, I see some thumbs up here. Thank you so much. Okay, so remember just now when I told you about how you can practice this. So for example, if you don't have to turn on your camera, it's fine. If you have anything around you, okay, for the ones who's driving, please don't do this. So if you have anything around you, at your table, at your chair, anything, just find one thing that you see that there's a design here. So for example, okay, so for example, I have this deodorant here, Nivea Men. Okay, so how do I practice this? I would try and find the 5 design principles in every design that I see. Yeah, so as you can see here, Nivea Men, you see, it is aligned in the middle. Can you see? And there's contrast because I can see the text clearly, right? You see Nivea Men here, Men is less contrast, which means they want to show Nivea more, right? Okay, can you see? Same thing, Cool Kick. I want to show cool more than kick, right? You see extra dry here. They even put a red banner behind it, right? And that's because they want to create contrast there, right? So it's all aligned in the middle. So let me show you another one. Let's say I have this here, right? Can't see, yes, Bawang, someone say. Can't see, Riz, can you see this? So you see the contrast here, the text, the contrast here, align in the middle, right? See, align at the bottom. So it's the same thing as when you guys are looking at a poster or when you guys are looking at a billboard, anything. Just try and find the 5 design principles in everything that you see, and you I'm still seeing the hand. Wait, am I lagging? Guys, am I lagging? If is my video like lagging just now? Since the first Nivea can't see anything, is there censorship or anything? So right now, can you guys see me now? Not lagging, okay. So okay, remember, just try and is Google trying to is Google trying to ban Nivea or something? Okay, so Nivea, remember, you see, align in middle. You see, hierarchy, I want this to be big. You see, creating contrast here. Okay, there's some details behind here. It means that it's proximity, right? For example, here, align in the middle, contrast. Here is less contrast because I don't want people to see it more. Align here, white space around. Okay, a lot of contrast here. Okay, so everything that you see is actually built with the 5 design principles. Okay, so let me get back to my slide here, and I will start with a short Q&A first. I think we are almost hitting 40 minutes in the session. So is there anyone who has any question? Am I sharing your current screen? Yes, I am sharing. Riz, can you see my screen? I am sharing my screen. Guys, can you see my screen right now? Can, right? Riz, can you, Riz, if you can't really see the screen, you can also like try and logging in back in, okay? Is there any question for the 5 design principles? So some of my students would ask, do I need to apply all 5 design principles? So sometimes you don't, sometimes you need, right? And as I said just now, there's a lot of principles in the world that you can use. So just try when you are first starting out, just try and use these techniques to help you with your design, and it will make your life easier. And you will immediately spot something that is wrong and you can fix it immediately. Okay? All right. So guys, since we have learned the 5 design principles, do you think it is easy to create a design right now? Because for me, the 5 design principles aren't enough. When we are seeing a blank poster like this, let's say someone asks us to create something. Hey, create a slide for me. And when we are trying to create design, we are trying to create it from scratch. And when we see a blank canvas, our mind goes blank also, right? So this is not the best way to do design, and I will tell you how you can do it better. Because I've worked with a lot of design work, and I have also worked with a lot of designers. The main 2 challenge of designing is, first of all, it's time consuming. Second is we don't have any idea to start. And I think the first, this 2 is really critical because as I've seen your job titles, none of us here are a designated designer. So it doesn't make sense if we spend all of our time just designing something. Most of the time, when we are designing something, we are trying to achieve an objective. And usually design is just one small part of it. So for us, designing is about how can we do it the most effective way and it can look the best, right? How can we use the least effort to make the best outcome, right? So let me go on to the second module, creating a great design workflow. So when you are doing a design, have you asked yourself these questions or not? What is the objective of this design? Who is your target audience? Where will the design be used? What content do I need? And what references can I use? Okay, I'll give you an example. So for example, someone may ask you to create a flyer. So let's say without the workflow, you don't have a guide to follow, right? So when you are having a task, you should understand what's the objective and what's the title. So for example, today we have a 50% discount. So that is your main objective. You want to tell people, hey, we have a 50% discount on this thing. Okay, you want people to pay attention to it, right? So who's the audience? Is it kids? Is it adults, right? And for platform, this is the most important one. Guys, just look at the 4th point, platform. Why is that so important? I have worked with designers, and sometimes when they are receiving designing tasks, they start to do immediately. Let's say someone asks me, hey, can you create this thing? I'm like, okay, let me do it. Then after they do it, so this is the case, after the designer did the poster that they were asked, she went back to the boss, and the boss said, hey, why do you do a square poster for me? I wanted to print it out. Actually, I want it A4. Right? I want it A4. Why do you do a square poster for me? Right. Yes, Mohammed. Yes, correct. You must know where is the platform. Where is it ending up? Let's say you are doing a WhatsApp blast. You may just need a square one. Maybe a long one is, maybe a A4 size is too big, right? If you are doing on YouTube, a thumbnail, it needs to be horizontal, right? If you are doing on TikTok, it needs to be vertical. So you must know where your design is ending up, okay? So content is another way. You need to have your content ready. You can't have all the information you need. You need to pick and choose what do you want in the poster, right? And of course, references, and I'll get it to that later. So I want you guys to screenshot this or just refer to your slides later. So when you're doing a design, this is a template that you can use. So what's your title? So usually a poster or something, you should have a big title. So for example, if some of you have seen our ad and came from the the ad to this class, you will know I've put learn design in 2 hours or something. So it's a big title, and usually that would be the most biggest tagline that you want people to see. Okay, so then you list down what's your objective, what's the audience, what's the platform, what's the content, and what's the references, right? Okay, the second one is when you have the workflow, right? When you have the title, or this can be, or you can find inspirations and references first. So this is what I mean. Let's say you are trying to create a poster, right? And maybe it's about food, it's about education, and you don't know where to start. So first thing that you can do is go online, because there's we have to understand that design has been done already. So we can't really create something new from us because we don't have experience, right? So always find references and inspiration. So for example, as you can see in the slide here, when I'm trying to design poster, I can go Behance, I can go Pinterest, I can go Google lah. Just search poster design and get some inspiration. Oh, this is how they did it. This is how someone did it. Oh, this one, maybe I can try something like that, right? So I've worked with people in the creative industry, especially in photography and videography. And one common trait that they have, so it's like this. We'll go into a meeting and they will say, hi, everyone. So they will show their laptop, their Canva slides. They will say, hi, this is the mood and style that I'm going for. So they will create a mood board. And what does that mood board contains is some references they found online. Okay, I want to do this style that Calvin Klein is doing, or I want to do this style that Uniqlo is doing. So finding references is a way to guide your creativeness. Oh, how can I build on top of this? Okay, can anyone understand this? Can I get a 1 if you understand what I'm talking about right now? Is there anyone who can understand what bawang? Someone say bawang. Okay. Yes, thank you so much, guys. It is very important. Okay. I'm seeing the same people replying. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you interacting with me. It tells me that you guys are grasping, because sometimes when it's in virtual, I can't really tell from your expressions, or I can't really tell from any reactions. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. So references is very important. Try and find that when you are doing a design, especially guys, if you're doing, like, I see there's business owner or e-commerce, someone doing e-commerce just now. Especially if you want to do a logo, if you want to try and do it yourself. Sometimes yesterday I had because yesterday I was speaking at MMU, a multimedia university. And one of them, they approached me and say, hi, is this logo good? So he basically tried to create his logo on his own without finding much references, and he's not a designer. And sometimes the results may not be as good as you think, because you are not getting inspired by what is working already, right? So always get inspired first, okay? And this is an example, guys. I'll give you 1 second just to look at it. Not 1 second, maybe 3 seconds. Okay, Muhammad, let me get back to you later. Okay, that is a very interesting question. Thank you so much. So when I was in the F&B business that I was in, I had to create we have a mix and match promotion. Okay, so my boss tell me, Onion, do this. I have this design here. I have this promo here. Do a design for me. So of course for me, I'm a marketer, study. So I don't know where to start. So I go online, I search, oh, mix and match promo. Then I found, actually, McDonald's did it before. Okay. Then I'm like, oh, why not I create it and turn it to my design, right? So these are inspirations. Okay. Okay. Later, I'll explain the plagiarism issue and legal issue later. Okay. So the third one is using templates. This is why Canva is so popular right now, because they have a lot of template that is can be legally used, can be commercially used, and you can just use it for your business, anything, right? Why templates is so important is because as a non-designer, when let's say we are trying to create a design from scratch, we need to follow the 5 design principles. And now what? We need to think of the colors, we need to think of the fonts, we need to think of what visual to put, we have to think of what element can I put, right? So there's so much thing that we need to consider when we are trying to do design, which makes the design workflow so much harder and complicated, right? So as a non-designer, we should and we must use templates to help us. Okay, this is what I mean. Let's say when we were 24 Consulting was trying to promote a course, and as you can see on the right here, so I saw this template on the left and I really liked it, you know. So I think, why not I try and turn it into my design here. So I changed the text, right? I added my logo, I put in my tagline, I put in my website there, I put a QR code there. So right now it became my design, and I actually promoted this on our social media. So this is one use case of templates. So as a non-designer, guys, how can we possibly think of something like we need to put a phone there, then put it sang it a bit, put something there? It's kind of impossible for us to be to be thinking out of box like this unless we are doing tons of practice. Okay? And let me address the questions that have been asked in the chat. Is it plagiarism? And is it legal to do this kind of things, right? First of all, when I'm talking about inspirations and when I'm talking about references, it's not about copying the others. It's about getting inspired. I think there's a fine line between that and copying, okay, and plagiarizing. Today, I just want to address the question that Muhammad was asking just now. We are not taking that Pinterest image, drag it here, add my logo. Not that. We are trying to recreate that thing. Oh, they have this style. Why not I try that style? Okay. So it's not about taking others' work and put my name there. That is plagiarism. Now we are trying to let that be our creative guide. So it is more like, okay, Uniqlo is doing this shirt right here. Let's say I'm a clothing brand. I will examine what did they do right. Okay, maybe they have a text here. Maybe I try a text design on my shirt. It's the same thing as when you are finding design online. You are trying to get inspired by them. So we are not taking their thing. Come here, okay, put my logo there. This is my design. That is plagiarism and that is illegal. Okay, so about plagiarism issues, I have a lot of students asking me this in our class also. I think that, you know, when you are adding something on your own, when you are adding some elements on your own, that is not plagiarism. So for example, when you go to Canva, and I will show later, there's so many templates that you can use, over 1 million templates that you can use. So let's say you are using a template and you're editing some text and you put your logo there. Is that plagiarism? Because Canva is a platform to allow you to do that. You know, some people even created logos on Canva just using Canva's element. So is that plagiarism? That is not. Plagiarism and legal issues should be, I think it is like copying others is very different. For example, I think you guys would know, like in the song industry, you may see like people copying other song, you know, using their music just to change a bit of lyrics. That is plagiarism. But let's say they are doing this style and I'm just trying to learn their style. So how can I make it my own? That is the thing that we need to focus on. How can we make that our own design? How can we use that to help us to communicate through design? Okay. So the third one is apply the 5 design principles. Okay, remember just now? Apa cantik harus pandai. Wow. Okay. So until there, is there any questions from our class here? Give me a 1 if you're still here with me. Okay, give me a 1 if you're still here with me, because right now we are going to Canva. We are going to some hands-on things. Okay, see, everyone is here with me. All right. Okay, just let me drink some water. Okay, guys. Yes, still enjoying the class so far. I hope it is not boring you. So I will try to go through this as as efficient, as effective as possible. I don't want to make this a very boring lecture lah. You know, sometimes in virtual class it's like this. Fun fact, my whole life in uni is in virtual class. It's in Zoom and Microsoft Teams. I only went semester for 1 semester. Yeah, so I know, you know, sometimes I'm just like, no, this class is just not for me. Bye. Yes, risk. That is true. Yep. So, yeah. So, let's move on to Canva. Okay. So, can I know how many of you has already used Canva before? Or can I say how many of you haven't used Canva before? Can you give me a 1 in the chat? Any one of you who haven't used Canva at all before? Yes, Muhammad. No time to chit chat directly. We can only talk with WhatsApp. Okay, there's a few here. So for the ones who have already used Canva, please bear with me because this class is for everyone. So I just want to cover some fundamentals that everyone can know, and you may learn something from my point of view also. All right. Is the free account enough to use? Yes. Okay. If you have a paid subscription, Muhammad, is even better because later I will show the difference between free and pro, and you can try it out. Okay. Guys, remember, the free one is enough to use. Trust me when I say this. But if you want to, I mean, I'll share later lah, if you should invest in Canva or not. All right. So that's, without further ado, let's dive into it. So before we start using Canva, just a bit of information for the ones who are not familiar with Canva and have just heard of it. Canva is basically a very user-friendly graphic tool for non-designers and professionals also. So you can think of it as, if you want to do design, go to Canva. So why is Canva so popular right now? As you can see, I have highlighted here, Canva has 200 million monthly active users as of, I think I wrote wrongly. It's December 2024, okay? Not 2025. We haven't reached there yet. So why is Canva so popular? First of all, it's because of the templates that they have. Remember, I don't know how many of you are familiar with last time when how to do design, because before this, without Canva, Adobe Illustrator or Adobe Photoshop is the go-to design app that you need to go to. And I think every one of you, although you may not have used it, you would know that it's super hard to use there. Although you can learn it, but for like non-designers like us, we just want to do some simple design. We still need to learn all the tools that they have, which is very tedious, right? And that's why Canva is so popular right now, because the interface is so much friendlier. Although the features are lesser than Adobe, but you can do 80-90% of the things on Canva already. All right. So I want some of you who haven't got a Canva account to just log into Canva. So let me give you a link here. Okay, I think I need to share my screen. Okay, wait. Mm. I just know some of the designers is very reluctant to use Canva. Guys, how many of you have this experience? People think Canva is for noobs. Canva is for non-designers. You know, when people say, I use Canva, they are like, oh, their face is like this, you know, like they frown, you know, they see, they think, why are you using this app? Like, it's not even a good app or something, right? But let me tell you, Canva is it's very useful. Trust me when I say this, you can do most of your things there and you wouldn't even need to use Illustrator at all. So let me just show you how to navigate through the app, and I mean the web app lah. Okay, has everyone who have just put one just now? Have you guys logged into Canva? For the ones who are on your phone, it's fine. I will just demonstrate to you. For the ones who's on laptop, you can always try it with me. Okay, so let me show you. Oh, I think I should share my screen instead, because I want to show you my free account, because I'm using the paid one. Entire screen. Okay. Okay, I hope you guys can see my screen. Okay, I see my screen here. All right, so as you guys can see in Canva, oh yeah, before that, I just want to let you guys know, right now I'm going to navigate through Canva, right? But in the slides itself, I have all the things. I did it myself, okay? So if you want to refer to the slides, I have actually have all the things in the slides already. I put in all the tools here, how to share, design, have small segments, you know, everything is here. So feel free to try it out, okay? And feel free to review it later if you have missed this section, okay? So let's go back here. So if everyone is, let me just see the chat. Okay. In Canva, does the Canva using Canva have all the function? I think they have, but okay. So for example, sometimes I would even use my phone to do design when I'm out, but it's just very hard to find it. I think it's just very hard to find the tools. I think there is all the tools that you need there is there, but it's just very hard to find because you know the screen is much smaller. Okay, I think Mohammed is maybe you can try it out and let us know. Okay, so when you're on the Canva free dashboard, you can see there's a lot of things going on here. On the left, there's home, there's project. So home is home lah. Projects is basically all the designs that you have done. So let's say if when I click project, you can see that, oh, I have done all this design. This was a resume that was showing yesterday at Multimedia University. Yeah, I'm teaching them how to create resumes and portfolios using Canva. So templates. So if you click on templates, this is where the magic happens. Okay, as you can see here, there's so many templates here, right? And some more, the best thing is, let's say Hari Raya is coming out, they will push you, oh, Hari Raya templates you can use, right? If it's Chinese New Year, you see, they are pushing this to us. So you see, there's a lot of things you can do, Instagram posts, everything. But don't click anything here yet, because later I will show you the best feature of Canva. So this is templates. Brand is for pro users. So what is brand kit? It's basically you can add your own logo and your colors. So this is what I mean, but this is pro only. As you can see in my paid one, I have a brand here. And as you can see, I can choose between different brand kits, right? Let's say I'm choosing this yellow brand kit. You see my color immediately changed to this. Okay. So let's say I'm creating a design. I want to change the color. See, the color palette is here. So let's say I want to change it back to 24 Consulting. See, the color palette is here, right? So it's the same thing as brand kit. You can choose your logo and you can choose your colors. Okay, but You may not even use this right now because I think every one of you is is trying to do a design, right? It's not trying to create a brand or anything. But yeah, this is a thing that you can discover later when you have the pro version. So apps is a very interesting feature in Canva because you can never discover all the apps here. So later I will show you some of the apps that you can use in the free version also. So don't worry about it. Later I will show this. Okay. So Dreamlab, I'm not sure if you guys have this feature. If you guys have it, you can try to create something here. But it is more of an experiment now. For me, I don't really use the AI tools in Canva. So basically Dreamlab is an AI creating thing. So you can describe what you want and you can get the results. For example, create a tower full of ducks and it is snowing, for example. Okay. Now it is creating the design and we need to wait for it. Yeah, you see? So if you want to use this as a background, it's fine. If you want to use this as a as a poster, it's fine. You know, you can try something here. But as you can see, for the free one, you have a limit of token here on the right side, right? So just play at your own pace lah. Okay. So since we have done all that, right? Now I want to show you the most important. So like everything here, you don't have to find it out first. I want to show you the best feature in Canva, which is the search function. So in a search function, type in anything that you want to put, you know. Okay, let's say you're doing education design, right? Education poster. Some of you are teachers here, right? Let's say I want to do education slides. So education slides. Oh, as you can see, Canva templates here. Wow, there's a lot of things that I can use, right? So as you can see here, guys, if you have a pro thing here, if you have a yellow crown here, it means that you can't use it because it is a pro feature. It's a pro template, okay? So it's important that you only choose the ones without. If you are at a free, let's say this one is pro, I want to use, tak boleh, dia nak bayar, okay? So this is templates here. So we have to, so when we are picking a design, right, we can also think of the vibe that we want. Let's say education slides. You see, all of these are, because it's based on these keywords, right? So all of this sounds like templates for kids. Okay. So let's say we want to do education on law. We don't have to, we don't even need to put education here. We just put law slides. See? Now there's so many. You see this? This is so pretty, right? And this is free to use. So it is good, right? So try and find the vibe that you want. Let's say you want to do something nature slides, or nature presentation. You can play around with the keyword that you want. See, this is nature. Wow, this is free, guys. Can you see this? Okay, so I want every one of you who is on your laptop just to pick on any design that you want. Just click any templates that you want, because right now I can't see your screen, so I can just show you. So I will show you something. Just pick something here. Okay. All right. So if you are on this, I'll just share with you some of the features here in Canva. Okay. Oh, why not? Why not? Why not? let me start off with something fun. Okay. Let me just wait. Oh my god. Wait. Okay. Give me a second. Why can't I change the color here? Sorry. Let's say we have it here. Okay, guys, so for the ones who I want to start off this presentation with a bit of different things lah. So Usually I would show all the things on the left here first, but today I just want to show you guys how you can collaborate together on Canva. So let's say you have a teammate of 5 and you guys have only 5 minutes to work on the slide. You can actually share a link to people and everyone can work on different slides. Okay, so let me share this link to you. So how can you collaborate with people? If you can see this share button here, just click here, this collaboration link, you click here and you click anyone with the link. And you can pick what is the feature that you want. Okay, let's say I just want people to look at this. Then I pick can view. If I want people to only comment, then I put comment. If I put people can edit, it means that you guys can do anything on my slide. So I just want to share this link. Now I click on copy link, right? Now I'll just go back to here. Okay, let me just paste this link here. So anyone who is in Canva, can you click on this link? Anyone who is on Canva, click on this link. Can you guys see the head popping up here? Can you guys see it? Yes. Can you guys see it? Yeah, you see? This is how people can collaborate, right? Okay, guys, come on in. Come on in my my slide here, right? And okay, you see, now everyone is here, right? So now let's do something together, okay? Okay, so for the ones who is in here, don't sabotage the slide yet, okay? I want to show something for the people here. So let's say you want to present something. Remember just now we went through share. Now we want to present something. Oh, sorry. Let's say it's in share, even in share first. Just now we created a collaboration link here. So here you can also download the thing. So when you download the slide, you can download it in PDF, you can download in print, you can download in JPEG, PNG, anything you want. So in share is where you can export the things, okay? So here you can also present. Let's say I want to present. Oh, okay. This is a site. Sorry, like that. See? Now you can present. So next time when you're doing slides, you can do it on Canva. So you can, do it here. Just do it here because you don't need to transfer it to PowerPoint or anything because there's some great animations here also, and I'll show you later. Okay, and that's basically it for this share. And here, can you guys see this cloud logo here? Very small cloud icon here. If you see this is a tick, it means that it is saved in the cloud. If you guys are familiar with PowerPoint, you need to save manually, right? Or right now you have to toggle the M365 thing. Like you need to put like auto save. But in Canva, there's no choice for you. Okay? Canva is one of the best slide presentation. Yes. Yes, Mahira, you are right. So if you see the cloud icon here, when it's ticked, it means that it is saved. So let's say, guys, just look at this cloud icon here. Let's say I'm adding something. Oh, I mean, like maybe I need to add some bigger thing, it is not like, I think maybe it's like, wait, give me a second. Let's say I'm adding like, why is my picture here? Okay, so usually, right, if it is saving, it will have 3 dots here. So if it's changed, then it would be ticked. So make sure that it is ticked before you close it off. Okay. So resize button here is very interesting because resize is actually a paid version. So for resize, it's basically you can, let's say you have a design in square and you want to make it long, but Canva doesn't allow you to do that in free version. So you can so what you can do is you create another design and copy paste the design there, right? It's a bit hard lah. Later I will show you in the pro version. Okay, so finally going to the sideboard here, design here is basically the same as templates. So if you want to find templates, let's say guys, a lot of you is in this template, right? Let's say I don't like this template, later I think this template is not good. I want this thing. Okay, so what can I do? I can apply all 10 pages here. See, I think every one of you who is here, who is in my slide right now, you guys can see the changes here, right? I can apply. So let's see. I just want this. Wow, this world looks good. Wow, this one, but I don't want to apply all. How can I do that? I click on plus button. Now it's here. Or I can drag here, also can, right? So this is how you play around with templates. So sometimes one template may not satisfy you. So you want to mix a few templates. Again, yeah, someone is changing it. So yes, great. So let's say I want this. Okay, I just add lah, right? So this is how you customize the template. But remember, if you customize too much, the template will look a bit kelang kabut lah, too much style already. Okay. So this is a way that you can play. Then later, layouts. I think, is there layouts here? Okay, let me refresh this. Let me see if there's any layout. So I think layout is one of the feature that I even discovered recently only. So for example, if you are in the second slide, let's say you don't really like this, you have 2 points that you want to talk, but right now there's only one. So you can go to design again, go to layout. You see here, everyone in the slide, can you go to the second slide and you will see the changes. So you can see, I can change the layout here. See, I can do everything. I can do so many things here, right? But make sure this one is a bit bad lah. But just try and do something here and you can find. And later, when you go to style, templates, layout styles, right? Then now I can do some colors changing already. So let's say I want this combination. Wow, this looks good. But you see, it only changes to one, right? But what if I want to change it to all? I can apply to all pages, right? Now it's all the same color. Okay, let's say I want this. Okay, apply to all pages. See, now it changes. So you can always play around with it, right? But these are all extra, guys. Remember, when you are working with a template, I'm just showing you that you can do all this, but it doesn't mean that you need to do all this. So when you are using a template, you can use as it is, right? So for example, I just want to show you a best practice. Later, you guys go and customize all the templates and it becomes like very messy, then it's very it's very hard. So let's say we go with law. Let's say I love this template. So let me apply all. Then let's say you are doing something, let's say artificial intelligence, right? Then it's done. Maybe you want to change this Newton to someone else, right? So that is how you can play with templates, all right? So, okay, now I'm going to a bit of details and I hope you guys are following, okay? In Canva, there's three main elements, okay? There's text, there is images, and there is elements, okay? Text. So, if you guys are in the slide or if you guys are here, just find any text there. If you click on the text, you will find that there's a top bar here, right? On the left, you can change the font, right? Guys, can you change the font for me in the slide? Can I see you guys changing the font for me? You see, you can change the font. Yes, correct. Yes, so you can change the font. Then the font size here is a chaos right now. So the font size here you can change. I want to put 50, I want to put 60, right? So, oh my God, someone sabotaged it. Okay, never mind. Let's go to another slide. So, and later, font size, and you can have text color. So text color here, you can do any color you want, right? So I want to also show you one of the good feature of it. Let's say, guys, it's a wrap. I want it to be this color. But let's say I kelang kabut lah, I don't want or maybe okay, for example, let me put a picture here. Let me put okay, let's say this ducky here lah. Let's say this one, I want to be this blue color, but I don't know what is the blue. So how can I do it? I just click on this add new color, right? Here you can also change it like this. Wow, very power. Like you can do anything here, okay? But you can also use this, pick a color. Pick And here, when you click on it, now you can find all the colors you want. Let's say I want this red, right? Just click on it. Let's say I want this to be white. Let's say I want this to be this blue. So you can always change color like this, okay? And of course, you can align it left, middle, center. You can make it bullet point, right? You can make it bullet point. Oh my God, someone did the color again. Okay, let me go over to here. And you can also do spacing. So what is spacing, guys? So let's say I have this thing here. Okay, spacing is basically, if you see here, you can adjust the letter spacing or you can adjust the line spacing. So when I select all, you see the letter spacing. Now I can make it big. Okay, if I want line spacing, I can make it tall. So it depends on what you want. Okay, same thing as this. I can make the letter spacing big. Depends on the design that you are looking for, right? So this is text. Of course, effects, I want you guys to play around with it when you are free. I don't want to cover all of this, but let's say you want to do like neon, you can do it. You can do glitch, you can do splice, you can do outline. There's so many things that you can play with in text, okay? So this is the main point. We have covered text, okay? You can also animate it. Like for example, you see? You can animate it when you are doing a slide, right? But later I'll show you a better way, okay? So first thing, text. Second thing, let's go to image better. So can I get everyone? Okay, so guys, oh my God, they are having fun here. What is happening? What is happening here? Okay, so, okay, can I get everyone? Okay, I have added page 2, right? Okay, can I get everyone to put your image? Put your image here. So don't put your face lah. Maybe you put something else also can okay? It depends on what you want. So as you guys can see in uploads here, can you guys see on the left, there's uploads. You can upload a photo of you or you want to upload anything yourself. So you can click on upload and you can find anything you want, right? Or you can record yourself here, which I don't think I can, but you can try it later lah. Okay, I'm just afraid it will oh my God. Okay, wait, I'm back. Okay. Yes, so guys, just record just upload anything that you want. Oh, I see lion dance. Fun fact, I actually know how to lion dance. Okay. Let's say I put my lovely face here, you know. I don't know lah. Okay, so just put any image here. So this is how you can add image lah. Okay. So let me just, oh nice, Iham. I like this. Okay, guys. So let's say you are in, remember just now we have text, we have image, we have elements. Now it's image, right? So I will show you how to edit an image. Remember just now when we click text, it's a different toolbar. Now when we are clicking image, it's a different one. Let's say you edit. You can go here, adjust, and you can click auto adjust. So this is a way where you can edit your photos easily lah. But you may not like the outcome. So you can also put filters, you know, put filters. Okay, you can also do shadows. See which one are you looking at. You see, you should just play around with it. You know, sometimes I want to blur my face. I can go to here. I can click on blur, and my brush size, I'll just put like this. It's blur. So now it looks like someone buat jahat. Okay. For example, someone added like a outline for me. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Okay. So this is image. Okay. You can also flip it. Okay. You can also do corner rounding, which is later you can try lah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So this is image, guys. So I hope everyone is clear with this. Before I move on to element, can I get a 1 if you are still with me? Because there's a lot of you who is interacting with me in camera right now, but maybe some of you are looking on your phone. I'm just afraid that you are gone. Okay, I see a lot of 1 here. All right. So the main idea, guys, is to play around with it, because you will find new features every month or anything. So just try around with it. You might not use some of them, but some of them may benefit you, right? Remember, all of this that you are doing on the site right now is free. Okay. So guys, let's move on to elements, which is a bit more of it, because Canva, why Canva is so popular right now is also because of its element. So as you can see in elements here, if you guys click on elements, you can see shapes. Okay, there's different things in elements here. You can find shapes, you can find images, you can find videos, you can find graphics, everything. So guys, don't do anything first. So for example, let's say I add a shape here. Okay, you see now the shape, it has different options again. I can do corner rounding, right? I can add weight, I can add border weight, I can edit the shape to different things, right? So this is shape. Okay, another thing is you can add tables here, and this table is exactly the same like your document table, guys. Okay, you can add table, table is exactly the same, so you can do everything here. Okay, and you can also add quiz here, which I never used it. I never used this, but you guys can try. Okay, you guys can try this feature out. I never really used this. Okay, you guys can try later. Just go YouTube and find how can I do this quiz. Okay, but the most things I use is the search feature. Again, the search feature in Canva is the best, because whatever you want, sometimes you wouldn't go and browse out what you want. You would find it, right? So let's say I want a boy. Okay, you see how, guys, I just want to show you guys again. When you search something, boy, you will see that there's a lot of things that you can use. So when you go all, you can see all here lah, right? Okay, I just, maybe I want to zoom in a bit so you guys can see. Wait, okay. Okay, boy. When you search a boy, there's a lot of options for you. Let's say graphics. So, oh, you see, this is the boy that I've used in my class, right? This is a graphic, so you can't really change it here. You see, you can do some corner rounding, but I don't think that's what you need lah. You can also edit it, right? So later you have photos, right? Remember, guys, when a lot of the times when we are doing design, let's say I'm trying to do a design of a poster, right? So I may add this very handsome guy here, and I just add a text here saying I'm a boy, right? Make it white color, for example, right? So images like this, I'm not sure how many of you are aware of this, but it's very hard to find images online, because you will need to find all these stock images on all the platforms you have heard of. Shutterstock lah, you have Adobe, you have Free Pick, you have so many things here. But Canva actually have its own stock photos that is already inside Canva, so you don't have to go elsewhere to find it, right? Again, when you go to elements, you search boy, you search anything lah, you click on photos, and you can add any photos here. So guys, can you guys add any photos here for me? You guys can add anything. Wow, this guy handsome, or just add anything, you can add photos of this, right? For the ones who's in Canva, you guys can add anything here. Just search something and go to photos and find. Oh my god, cat. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay, so guys, as you guys can see, do you guys see the thing, the difference? Oh my god, this boy. Okay, guys, when you are clicking on an image that is pro, as you can see here is pro, it will have a watermark here, which means that you can't export it, right? You can't. Let's say I want to export this page, or it will export, but it would okay, let's say I want to export this in PNG format. Okay, you see, I can't export it. So when you are using a free account, remember, you can only use the photos that is without the crown. You see, Muhammad, Daniel, you are using another pro image. As you can see here, there's a watermark here. So these are the things that you can't use. Okay. So, and that is the reason why the pro feature may be one of the investment that you can make, and I will explain it later. Okay. So graphics, right, boy, you can also add videos here, right? You can also add videos here, right? Okay, you see, you can add videos here, right? You can add audio here, you see. So I mean, like, these are some things that you can add when you are doing slide or when you are doing videos lah. Okay, you can also add mockups here. So let me show you what is a mockup. So for example, maybe I'll show you mockup later. So guys, this is one of the feature, but I also want to show you this. It is not about in elements. There's something that you can change color also. So for example, I want to search about a question mark. Let's say I want to do a question mark, right? You see, this is an element, right? This is an element, but it's a bit different than the graphics and photos that you have done because I can actually change the color here, right? So people can actually, we can actually use some of this to, you know, make our design better. So let's say sometimes I need to do the contact button, for example. You see, some of them, you can actually customize the color. So let's say I click this. This cannot, okay, never mind. Icon, contact button, icon. So let's say I can click this. Okay, you see, this one, I can also change the color here, right? So elements is a very good feature in Canva because it contains photos, it contains graphics, it contains videos, it contains everything. Okay, so now let me show you another one, which actually is the first time that I'm sharing in my session. So it's mockup. So what is mockup, guys? As you can see here, it is free, guys. This is free. Mockup is free. So let's say I added a phone here. So what is a mockup? It's basically a frame. Okay, okay, or should I say, it's called frame. It's not called mockups. Okay. So let's say I have a thing here. So I can do, I go to uploads, right? Let's say I have a picture here. What I'm gonna do is I drag it to this here. So you see, now my face is in the frame, right? Same thing. So what you guys can search is search frame. Okay, search frame. Okay. When you search frame, you can add any frame here and you can drag any photo inside. Okay, let me drag this photo inside. You see, now it's a frame here. Okay, so when you search frame, these are all the very, you see here. Yes, yes, Zuraini, just add, now you can add some photos inside. You know, just drag it into there. Just drag it into here. So let's say when you're searching frame, it's all the basic shapes that you can see here lah. Okay, but if you want to do mockup, just search mockup. They are the same idea. Okay, for example, guys, let's say you have a drinking brand. Okay, maybe you want this thing, you know. Let's say you want to do this thing. Okay, so now I want to make this my drink, or let me make this ducky. So you see, add it here. See, guys, can you guys see this? This is free to do, guys. If today I want to make it my drink, I can do this, bro. Oh my god, but I looks a bit weird lah. But let's say I have this Canva workshop, right? We can do so much things here, right? So just search mockup and you can play around with it because all of these are free. You see, I can even do t-shirts. What is this shirt? Wait. For example, I have this thing here, right? Just go upload, click any photos here, just drag it inside, and now it became it, right? So this is the power of Canva mockups and Canva elements. Okay, I think I've covered most of the things here in Canva. Okay, I hope everyone is following. All right, so remember, this is actually the last part of Canva already, but later I will show you some shortcuts that you can do also. Wow, actually is we are almost at 11. So let's say you want to add text. Just now remember, I told you when you can click on the text, but I didn't say how you can add a text. So just click on text at the left and just click any text. You can click a subheading, you can add a text box, right? You can add dynamic text, which I'm not even sure what it does. You know, some of the features that I never use, right? So you can also add page. Let's say you don't want to add text on your own. You can go here, you see, font combinations. As long as you don't see the pro feature, you can use it, right? Class, Canva, right? I can use the text that they have given us, right? You can see all the font combinations, you know, join our team, right? You can do all of the things here, okay? So, and that is text. Brand, we have already talked about brand just now. Uploads also, you can upload things here. Happening now, yes. So, the draw feature, guys, can I get everyone to draw with me on slide 7? Everyone who is in the slide, go to slide 7. Now, on the left, you can find a draw function. And just under uploads, now you can draw anything, right? You can draw anything that you want. Okay? You see? You can draw things, you know. This may be a useful feature if you are educating someone in this, you know. I'm not sure if there's any designers who connect their laptop to some kind of a drawing device so they can draw on Canva. I'm not sure about that because I think Adobe has the best software for that. But for draw, it's just a fun thing. Everyone is going crazy now. So it's just a fun thing to do in Canva, but we don't usually use this lah. Okay, just to let you guys know. Okay, so again, projects and apps. So let me go to apps. Okay, this is another feature that I want you guys to know, but I'm only going to cover one feature because there's just too much apps that you can do here. So in apps, it's like, imagine it like we can use Canva using iPad. Yes, you can, and you can also use it in your phone. But you may find it a little bit harder to find the features there because the interface is a bit different. Like you might not find some of the features that you can find in laptop. Okay, you can always use it. So in apps, as you guys can see, even in the free one, you can use it. So apps think of it as like your phone, you can click on something and it has a different function, right? So apps, let me search some apps called brand fetch. So what is brand fetch? Let's say, guys, we want to search for a logo, okay? It will be let's say Uniqlo logo. So what I will do, oh sorry, I think I need to mute my or I just close my WhatsApp here, sorry. So let's say I want a logo here. Let's say I want this logo or this logo. What I can do is I copy the image, I go back here and paste it, right? But okay, guys, can you see just now there's a saving pause? So it means that it is saving. So okay, let me just make this thing smaller. Okay, so now I can do that, finding the logos online and putting it here. But I can also use this app here called Brand Fetch Logo. So if you guys couldn't follow, let me just do it again. Go to apps here, and there's a bunch of apps that you can do. Just search for Brand Fetch. Okay, BRANDFETCH. If you go to Brand Fetch, just click on the first one, Brand Fetch Logo. Now I can search about Uniqlo here. You see, now I can actually import the logo here with the highest resolution, right? You see, I can do this. This is just one of the apps that you can use. So let's say I want to do WhatsApp, right? I can search whatsapp.com. I can add the logo here. I can add the logo here, right? Let's say I want to do Starbucks, right? Not Starbucks lah, maybe Nike, right? Nike. Let's say add a Nike logo here. So this is some of the apps that you can do. Okay, let me just show you another one. So let's say I want to make this boy a bit like faded effect. So what I can do, I go apps, I go search blend. Okay, you see here there's an image blender, right? I'll just click on it, I'll open it. Okay, now I click here, blend selected image. Now you see I can do something like this. See, I can do something like this, for example. Then I can save it. See, now I can do some effects like this, right? So there's so many apps on Canva. So I don't expect every one of you to know all of them, but when you are free, just try and explore it, right? It's very fun, and you can use this to you can use this in your design, and this all free, guys. Remember, okay? So I think I've covered all the apps and all the features in Canva. So make sure that later you just review it. The slides and also the video that I give you. So you because I think I'm a bit fast right now, right? Someone said you love Uniqlo. No, I think it's just like yeah, me personally, I love Uniqlo, but it's just like a very good example that I can give You know that I think in Malaysia most people like Uniqlo, right? But maybe other brands is not as a good example as it can be. Yeah. So let me just show you another thing, then we can move on. Okay. So remember just now that we click on we go to Canva and we click on presentation, right? So this is a way we can create design. But let's say, guys, let's say we are doing a Instagram post. We can also click here, create a design, and you can see there's a lot of dimensions that you can use. Of course, you can choose templates, but what if you want to create a blank template, right? Let's say you want to create a A4 size. You can find this, you see, A4, right? You can click A4. If you want to create a docs, actually docs is also a feature in Canva, but I'm not going to cover it here because I think, you know, the current docs that we have right now is actually quite good, like Google Docs, or if we are using Word, it's fine, okay? So you can also presentation. So let's say I click on this. See, now it's a presentation slide. So here you can also choose your templates from here lah. Okay, you can choose your templates from here. Okay, so what if you want to do a post on a square size? You see here, there's Instagram post square. So you can click on it. Now it's a square one, right? So what if you want to do A4 size? Then you see here, flyer A4, right? You just click on it and you will see a blank space, right? This is A4, so when you are printing it, you should be in this size, right? Or you can also, if you are like you don't want to see all this icon here, no worries, just search A4. You see, you can always search, right? You should search this flyer. If you click document, right, it would be like I mean document is fine also, yeah. Okay, so what if you have a unique dimension that you want? Let's say you want like specific pixels. So you can scroll down here, click on custom size. When you click on custom size, here you can specify. Okay, maybe I want this in 10 cm and 220 cm. You can create the design and it will be in the desired one. Okay, got it? Okay, I think I've covered everything here. Just make sure you review the video again. I'll probably upload today's video latest by tomorrow. So stay tuned. I'll email it to all of you and the slides also. Okay, so let's go back here. Is everyone clear with that? I think I took a bit more time there because usually our class is online class. If I'm covering Canva, I would do it a bit longer. But we realized that, you know, sometimes when we do 9 to 1, some people, they want to go lunch, but they cannot lunch. You know, they wanna learn, but they need to skip lunch. So I don't think it's a good way lah. But don't worry. I think we'll put more info out there for you later. Okay. So guys, since you guys are you guys okay with the Canva tutorial just now? Just give me a 1 if you are okay with it. Just let me know that you have learned something there just now. Yep. I hope for the ones who have already known Canva, you also find some features that actually you never used before, right? Okay, 111. Thank you so much, guys. So I'm just going to quickly cover this. So I don't want to extend the time for everyone. Thank you so much for the ones, everyone. So very informative. Thank you so much. All right. So for the free and pro, how can do I suggest you use Canva Pro? For me, yes, if you are working. If you are a student, I think you can find some workarounds, because students, they have more time. They can do things in a different way. But as we are working, right, if we can save time, is always the best lah for me. So Canva Pro, there's a few things that Canva Pro allows features to do. Just now, I think every one of you have tried the free versions, right? When you're using some element, let's say you like the element, you click, tak boleh use, I need to find something else. Or if you are trying to use a template, I want to use this template, click, and you can edit straight away, but cannot because it's pro. So just by that two things, it's very useful already. Because guys, let me just tell you something. If you pay for pro version, not only that it gives you unlimited elements that you can use, so anything you see on the elements dashboard, you can use it and you can play around with it. And also, guys, do you guys know, like, let's say I want to pay for a stock image. So let's say just now, you guys, when you search boy, you see a lot of boy photos, right? Those photos let's say you want to get those photos at other site, there's so much sites that is just dedicated to stock photos only. So you need to pay like 30-50 ringgit a month or more lah. I've seen a lot of platforms that is charging a lot for stock image, just to get image. So for example, they will give like 10 free trials for you to use, but if you want more image, you have to pay. But in Canva, if you are paying for the paid subscription, you are getting unlimited templates, okay? Unlimited photos, unlimited elements, and you can use all the brand kits, you can use all the pro features in Canva. So 30 ringgit a month is actually very, I think it's very affordable, to be honest, with the amount of things that they are giving you. And also you can resize it. You can also, I haven't shown you, you can actually translate the entire slide or the entire document with pro feature. You can resize the thing, everything, right? Can a paid single account allow to log in multiple devices at the same time? And I will tell you, actually, yes. Okay, as long as both people has the same account, they can share it actually. And but the thing is, you need to you guys will be sharing the same place. So let's say they are doing some design and you will see it on your feed, right? So if you are a big team, there are Canva teams or like Canva Enterprise. I think they are a better choice lah. So for the ones who are just trying to starting out, right, you can just get Canva Pro for like the free trial. If you guys notice, Canva you can actually get Canva for free for the first month. And I think for the first 3 months, it's only 15 ringgit, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if the pricing has already increased or not. Yeah. No problem, Puan Mahira. I'll be sharing the recording again and the slides in the upcoming email. So just make sure that you guys receive it, and you can go review the video later lah. Okay. And because actually I'm giving out certificates at the end. I think I didn't mention this in at the start, but if you still want to get the certificate, just email me and I'll let you know lah. Okay, I'll give a certificate for you, just for you. Okay, no problem. So guys, just to very quickly show you, you can actually get Canva Pro for 30 days for free, right? So but you need to put in your card details. You have to put in your debit or credit card. So remember, just to if you don't want to continue, just remember, just set a reminder to cancel it before it. Okay. No problem, Mahira. Just remember to email me. Okay. So let's say I have this pricing here. It's all in the sites already, okay? Okay, you see guys, it's 30 ringgit. I think last time there was like a year-end sales, it was 15 ringgit per month, but it's just like for 1 or 2 weeks, I believe. Okay. See, for teams, it's actually more cheaper. So if you have more than a group amount of people, you should go with teams. But for the ones who are just trying to start a bit, right? I would recommend you just to try for 30 days and see how much time that you have saved in creating design, and you justify, should I continue to subscribe it or not, right? Okay, so let me continue. So I think the tips and tricks here, there's some tips and tricks here lah. The time constraint is a bit worrying me. Never mind. Do you guys want to learn? Okay, so if can I get a 1 if you are if you want to learn some tips and tricks on like the shortcuts that I always use, you know? Yes. Okay, yes, okay. I'm just looking at the chat here on my phone. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay. All right. Sorry, give me a second. All right. I'm looking at the chat here. Can a free Canva subscriber open the share link using elements sent by paid subscriber, as it may be pro elements? Actually, you have a great point here. I think I'll need to get back to you with this, because I do think that, because last time, right, I have the pro version. I sent to some of my friends who is using it, and at that time it seems like it's working. But let me get back to you, Carla. Thank you for the questions. I think this is a very good question that I need to answer later. Okay, I'll answer it later. Okay, just let me show you some of the tips and tricks that you guys can use. Okay, again, it's all listed here, so you can try. Okay, so okay, let me just go to a design just now. Let's say this guy here. Okay, so guys, when you guys are trying to copy and paste stuff, okay, what you guys will do, Control C, Control V, or Command C, Command V lah, for the ones who's using Canva, who's using Mac, right? But let me show you another way where you can do it easier. So if you're using Mac, hold on to the Option button. If you are using Windows, hold on to the Alt button, Alt. Okay, hold on to it. Now, hold on first. Don't click anything yet. Now you drag something. You drag something. You see? Hold on to it. You drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop. Okay, this is a way where you can duplicate stuff very fast in a short amount of time. Okay, did anyone get it? Can I get a 1 if you get it? If you tried it and it's working. Okay, hold on to Alt first, and always release your mouse first before your Alt. Your Alt should be always holding it. Okay, 1, okay, good. All right, so let me show you another thing. If you are on your Canva, click on a element or anything. Let's say, guys, I have a circle here and I want to make it big, right? I want to make it big. So I can drag here, right? I can drag here. Then later I need to center it, right? So it's a bit double work. So what I would do is, when I'm trying to make it big, instead of just dragging one side, hold on to Alt again, Alt or Command or Option. Hold on to Alt again. Now you drag it together. You see, now it's dragging from the center. See? So this is a useful way where you don't want to do double work. Let's say I want to make it long. I put it like this, right? But later I need to center it back. Don't have to. When you are editing it, just hold on to Alt and it will mirror the thing. You see? And it won't move. Right? So this is another way where you can play with the shortcuts. Okay? Did anyone get this in Canva, or is it not clear? Anyone who wants to like repeat again? Anyone who got this? Anyone? Clear. Okay, good. Okay, anyone else? Repeat, please. Okay, so yes, okay, let me repeat again. So remember just now, let's say ZU, I think this is a shortcut of your name. So let's say you have a circle here, right? Sometimes you want the circle to be in the middle. So when you put it big, when you want to make it big first. Okay, now what I do, I drag it. You see, guys, I forgot to tell you this is called Smart Guide. So when you go to the middle, it will help you align in the middle. When you go to the middle, it will help you align in the middle. Now it's hard to move already, right? So it means that this is now in the center, right? So what you would do normally, you drag it big, then you move it align, right? Now, but instead, what you can do, you hold on Alt again, Alt. Now when you make it big, you hold on to Alt. Don't release your Alt. You see? Now it can make it big without moving. You see? I can make it big without moving. Usually without Alt, it will be like this. With Alt, like this. Okay? Okay, I hope everyone got it. Another thing, guys, I think I didn't cover this just now. So when you go to, let me just close this. When you go to let's say I have these two things here. Oh my god, wait, in Mac, you are using the option button. Pamasita. So you're holding the option button. See? Okay. Okay. Now I have these two things here. So let's say just now I think I didn't cover this. So you can also click on position. Now you can click on align left or middle. Left, center, right. Okay. You can move the things around also. You see, you can go to the top, go to the bottom, go to the bottom. Okay. Let's say you want these two things to be aligned together. You can drag the entire thing. Okay, you just remove the back, then you can just click Control or Shift, click two things. You click on position. Now you can, you see, now you can make it align together. Okay, you can play around with this. This is something that you can play around later. Okay. Another thing I want to show you guys, when you are doing design, right, you are always working with layers. So what do I mean by that? Why do you see the design here? Why do you see the text here? Is because the circle is behind the text. Okay? The circle is behind the text. So let's say you want this circle to be in front. How do you do that? So you can go again to position. You see here, you can move forward or go to the front. See? Now it's in front of it. Now I send to backward. You see? Now I can move it around. So as you can see here in the layers, you can see this is the background. And this is a circle. And this, anything on top, it will be shown first. Okay? So this, let's say I want this circle to be on top of everything. Okay? Then everything will be covered because this is on the top level. Okay? Is everyone clear with this? Positions. Okay? Of course, you have some some shortcuts to arrange the positions, but I think that this is a more beginner friendly way because I can't really show you what is the, because I've listed it here that you can do something to send things back, send things in front. Okay, it's getting very quiet here. Can I get a 1 if you are clear with this, clear with what am I saying here? Okay, can I get a 1? Thank you so much. See you, Azhar, Muhammad, Fahim. Pretty sweet. I see pretty sweet is saying okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. So just play around with the features, guys. Remember positions, you can always, let's say these two things let's say these two things is not aligned, right? What I can do, I can always drag it here to make it align, right? But I can also click on this element. I hold on to shift. Okay. Later, you can review the video later lah. Hold on to shift, you click on position. Now, you go to arrange, now you go to left. So, you see just now, it's here. Now, it will like tie to here, okay? So you select the thing that you want to change first, then you select the thing that you want to follow, then it will tie, okay? It's a bit hard to explain in virtual, but I hope you can understand lah. Okay, so for example, let's say this thing is here, this thing is here. Let's say I want this two to be aligned in middle. I click on here, I click shift, I click here. So now two things is selected, right? I click on position, I click on center. Now these two things is together. Okay. So this is positions. All right. So there's a few more positions here. You know, for example, I can also play with something like this. Let's say I have elements here. Let's say I have a circle. Remember just now? Hold on to Alt, make it more, make it more, make it more, right? So guys, if you see this thing, it's like different spaces between them, right? So what I can do, I drag the thing, I select all, okay? I select all. I click on position, or I can just click on position here. Can you see this? Space evenly. So what you can do is horizontal, you click on horizontally. Now it's all the same size, right? You see? Now it's all the same size already. Same thing. Let's say I make it small. I click Alt again to copy and paste. Remember copy and paste. Now it's even more different size. So I can do, I drag everything, click on position. You can click horizontally. Okay. Now you see, it's all the same size, right? So guys, let's say I want to how to say? Okay, let me have two things here. So let's say I have two balls here. Okay, I have two circles here. Oh, sorry. I think I locked it. Wait. Okay, let's say I have two circles here. Another shortcut that you can use is, you know, guys, let's say I want this two to be always on the same line, right? Or I want this to move on the same line. So when you are moving it with your mouse, sometimes we would be like up and down, right? It's very hard. Or you can use a smart guide lah, but sometimes it's very hard. So what you can do, you can hold on to shift, and you move something. You'll find that you can't move it up and down. Very hard. It's very hard. It's very hard. You can only move it like, you see. So when you hold on to shift, it can make your thing tidy, like make it same. Okay. Same thing like let's say I have these two texts here. Let me copy and paste. Okay. Let me copy and paste here. Let's say I want to move this down. Let's say I want to move this down. Sometimes I move, then it's like saying it a bit. Maybe we can't notice. So what you can do, you want to move this down, hold on to shift, just drag. You see? I don't have to worry anymore. It's very easy. Okay? So shift and alt. Okay? Remember, shift and alt is the two best friends that you can have. Alright? Okay. I think that is some of the tips and tricks that I can teach you lah. Okay, so for other things like how to undo, I think you already know. Control Z, Control Shift Z. You know, you want to add a rectangle, you can click R. You want to add a line, you can click L. You can click L, right? You want to click T. It's text. You see, you added text here. You want to click. If you click C, it's circle. But you can try it out lah later. Okay. So is there any question now? When we have like, I think we have 45 minutes left, but I will try to make it earlier. So is everyone clear? If you guys are clear, can I get a 1 in the chat? Okay. Remember guys, if you guys have any questions, you can always email me or contact me anywhere. Just go to my email and just let me know. Okay. Don't worry about it. If you can't grasp everything, because you know guys, when we are having classes, right, usually we won't absorb 100% of what the trainer is saying, and it's fine even if you are at 20%, 30% is good enough, because most of the time, even though right now I'm introducing to you, you need to practice it in order to remember it. Okay, so no worries. Thank you so much for all the ones in the chat. Is font in Canva limited? If I want specific font, can I upload it to Canva? Yes, you can. Yes, you can upload the font to Canva. The fonts here is the same thing, guys. Remember just now, the Canva Pro has more fonts. Canva Free has limited fonts. So if, let's say, you want to upload fonts, right? You can do that, actually. You can do that. So for example, I think this is I remember it's in the brand kit that you can add fonts here lah. So wait, let me see. I think you know, Riz, actually the fonts are, yes, actually especially Chinese fonts is hard because there are not much that you can do, but yes, you can upload fonts in Canva. Yes, you can. Yeah, I think it's because of my account issues here. I couldn't find the fonts feature, but you can actually upload it to it. Yeah. Agree limited. You know, in Chinese fonts, is especially, you know, when we are using apps like this, which is an English-based apps, Canva is actually from Australia. So Chinese fonts is very, very limited, but yes, you can upload fonts there if you have the font file, you know, like I think it's LLT or something. I don't quite remember the file name, but you can upload to it. Yes. Just search online, how can I upload fonts there? But remember, uploading fonts is also a pro feature. Okay. Okay. I think I need to check that also, right? So I have two questions here that I haven't answered. One of them is, how can I upload fonts? And the other one is, let's say I have a pro account. If I share this with my free account friend, can they use the pro features or not? All right. So later I'll try and answer that later. Okay. After the class ended, maybe you guys can stay a bit, then I can help to answer that question. All right. So let's move on to some recommended extension for Google Chrome. This one is very useful. Since you guys have the slides, you guys don't have to install it right now, but let me show you what you are able to do. So let's say we go Uniqlo again. Let's say I really like Uniqlo. All right. And I really like their fonts, but I don't know what fonts are they using. So how can I use that? How can I know? Let's say I'm doing a design for Uniqlo. How can I know what's the font that they are using? So if you are installing, if you have installed Google extensions, you can install something called what font. What font is basically, you see, when I hover to it, you see, they have a pop up to say, hey, they are using this. So let's say I click on this. See, Helvetica Neo, they are using this font. Let's say I click on this. Oh, they have their Uniqlo Pro Regular, which is I assume is their own font, right? So I can scroll down, I can click here. You see, they have all these fonts. So let's say I want to use this font. Let's say I want to use this font. I go back to my slides, right? Let's say I want to change this font. I can just click on font. I search, got Helvetica New or not, or don't have. Means maybe I need to upload the font. I need to find the font online, or I can use a very different one, like Helvetica Now, maybe, right? So it's the same thing. Wow, this is good. Thanks. I know, because guys, when we are doing design, there's two things that we are wondering: what font is they using, and what color are they using, right? So font is one thing. Okay. Another one is what colors are they using, guys? So human eyes we can't really, it's just click exit lah. We can't really know what's the color they are using, right? So what we can do, we just download a eye color picker eyedropper. Okay. So let's say this is the one that I recommend. So you see, when I click on it, now I can find the colors I want. Let's say Uniqlo red. What do I want? Oh, they are actually using FF0000. Okay. Okay, so Riz is saying the extension is no longer available because it doesn't follow best practice for Chrome extensions. I've actually gotten that yesterday also when I was doing my class there. It seems like this color picker tool that I'm using right now is already retired because it's too old. Like it's not compatible anymore. But here is where I'm going to teach you how you can download like fonts, because as long as you can have an extension that knows what's the font they are using, as long as you have an extension to know what color are they using, it's fine. It doesn't matter which tool are you using. Okay, so let's just search Google extensions. Okay, I think it's Chrome extensions. So you can go to this extensions Chrome Web Store. Now you can search. Let's say the one is not happening, right? Just search any color picker. For example, you can use this also. You see, there's 100,000 users. Okay, let's try. Add extensions. Okay, it's added to my here. Okay, let's say I want to use this. Type color. I don't want this. I want an color picker. Okay. Okay, wait. You see, sometimes it's like you have to eyedropper. Oh, this I know it's not allowed on this page. Okay, wait. Maybe there's some limited lah. So for example, maybe what about here? Can I use the eyedropper here? Eyedropper. Okay, so there's a lot of so you see guys, if this is a lot of limit there, you may not want to use that. So maybe let me choose another one. Color picker, you know. Oh, this one got 2 million users. Let me use this. Add extensions. Okay, I hope this one doesn't give me color picker 2. Jacko. Whoops, reload this page. Okay. Okay, color picker. Click me to pick color from where. See, guys, everything can work. Okay, anything can work. You see, now I have this color. No, I know. Okay, so but this thing is a bit bad because I can't copy the code here. So what I can do, I remember FF0000, right? Okay, now I click on exit. Okay, I go back. Let's say I want this to be the same color. I click on text color. So guys, you can put a hashtag FF0000. Now, oh, there's a color here. Let me use this, right? This Uniqlo red, right? So this is how you can do. So this is called a hex code lah. So every color there's a code to it. All right. Sorry, what's the name of the extensions? Okay, let me. I think guys, when you guys are doing this, remember, just remember that this extension is not working anymore, and I probably need to update the slide also. All right. No problem. Just remember this. All right. Maybe later, since you guys have the link already, just keep that link and I'll actually update the slide so it will reflect on your site also. Okay. So this is one of the tools that you can use. So find the font, find the color. All right. No problem. Okay, let me move on. Finally, what about creating QR codes? I think a lot of you. Okay, so for me, I'm the best. I know how to click on the web so it will appear the font type. So when you downloaded what font, have you downloaded what font? Mashita. So you have to download the what font here first. Remember in the slide here. I've given you a link where you can download the font, the extensions first. You see, I got a link here. Just click on it. And here you can download it. After you have downloaded it, you can see that there's an extension button here. So you can see there's a play button here beside here. So just click on it. You see, this is called extensions. So you can click on what font, which is the thing that you have downloaded. Just click on it. Now, oh, I think I can't use it here lah. Let me use it here. What font? See, now you can click on the things that you want to know. What fonts are they using? Okay, got it? Okay, no problem. All right, so, okay, thank you guys. So what about QR code generator? As you guys know, QR code is actually very, very relevant in even today's world, because let's say you want people to go to poster, to look at your poster or to sign up. You can't make them type in a link on their phone. It's too much work. So if there's a QR code, it's best. Like just now, how I show you guys a QR code on my screen so you guys can scan immediately. So QR code monkey is the best QR code creator, like creating apps out there, because it doesn't have any ads. So usually when people allow you to create QR code, they will ask you to go to like a ad page first. For example, oh, McDonald's having this thing. Oh, by the way, click here to go to the destination, which we don't want. So QR code monkey is actually the best QR code generator out there. So you can search QR code monkey. Remember, when you search QR code monkey, not this, this is Code QR Generator Pro. So not this, these are sponsored. So they are throwing ads to you. So it's this QR code monkey. Okay, click on this. Let's say I'm promoting our website here, https:24.io. Okay, now you can create QR code. Okay, guys, if you have your phone, you can actually scan this code right now, and it will bring you to our website. Okay, or you can download the PNG here, which means later you can add this PNG or add this picture to your design. Okay, you see now it's added. So let's say I have a poster here, I'll just add it here. So let's say people want to scan here, I'll just say go to our website, for example. Okay, and here what's good is because for free you can also add a logo image. So what do? You can upload an image. Let's say I have created something like this, 24. So I'll just create a code. Boom. Now I have a code with 24 there. So let's say you have a logo, you can try and do that also. Okay. Or you want to do YouTube, right? You see here, there's so many things that you can already do. You see, remove background, so can, everything that you can do here. Okay. So this is one. Or let me show you another thing that you will be blown. Let's say we go to our website. Okay. Let's say you want to create a QR code. Just now it's like that, right? Now you can also right click on the page. Right click on the page. See this, create QR code for this page. You see, QR code is already created. So you don't even need to go through there. But here you would have the dinosaur there. It's like the Google icon. Okay. Or you can also go to the three dots right here. You see the cast, save, share. Here also you can create a QR code. It's the same thing. Okay. So this is a very useful way. I hope everyone gets that. Okay, we only have 30 minutes left. I'll quickly go through the mindset part, and I will give you some tasks that you can do later or in your free time. And we will do some mini assessment. And at the end, I'll give every one of you who have stayed until the end a certificate. So you guys can share around, and, share that you have joined this class. Okay. So is there any questions from now? So before we start our last 30-minute session, I hope everyone is clear. Okay. Okay, thanks. No problem. Is everyone clear? Give me a 1 if you are clear. I noticed that it's easier to type 1. It's harder to type clear, no questions. Okay. Thank you so much for sticking this with me. Okay. I hope you guys can join until the end. Okay. Thank you so much. Let's talk about developing a design mindset. And I think that here is a place where I want to emphasize to you guys that how you can become a better designer is just about switching the mindset. Okay. So the first mindset is design is not about more skills, it's about better observation. So what do I mean by that is when we are doing design and we are trying to make a good design, sometimes we would think that, oh, we need to practice more, we need to be better at the tools and get better at knowledge, right? And although those are true, but actually the key to a good design is first identify what is a good design. So for example, if you think a bad design is a good design, you would always do that design, right? So the best way to become better is observe more, look more like see how people do it. Because remember, all the big brands are out there around us, and those things that are closest to you, most likely they have the best design because you are buying it and they have a better product than the others, right? So, not a designer at all, yes, but you know, all of us non-designers, when we are trying to do design, it's very hard for us to know, like, okay, let's say, guys, I'm creating a design. How do I know if this is a good design or not? Sometimes a lot of the question, I think you guys will put out or no, also for yourself. Like, you created this, you think it's good, but you are not sure where is the standard. Like, is my design on par of the standard, or is my design not on par of the standard, right? So the best way to look at design again is ties back to the tip that I gave. Always find inspirations and references. For example, if you want to create a burger brand, look at the top left corner. We may not like McDonald's, or we like Texas more. I'm not sure, but since they are there, you know, you can take inspiration. Oh, why do they just put one text and big burger there, right? You can always find inspiration from there. And if let's say you are creating a burger brand for yourself, if you want to do a billboard, you can actually follow this structure, right? So the first mindset is learn to observe more. Okay, for example, remember just now we put this, right? I give you some examples of like different types of stuff that is around us, just to see, hey, why do they do this design? And when you're doing something similar, can you learn from them or not? All right. So the first thing, before we do a good design, we need to know what is a good design first. Okay. So the mindset tool is the same thing. Design has already been done. Let's say we are doing a poster. The poster, the title, or the genre is most likely being done by someone else already. So it is very likely that you can find something similar online and you can learn from them. So if we are a non-designer and we are trying to create something from scratch, it's very hard. So let's leverage on the things that has already been done. Okay. And the third mindset, the 80-20 rule. So what is 80-20? Is basically, there's a lot of saying to it, but in this scenario, it's about using 20% of the effort to create 80% of the results. And that's why using templates is so much easier instead of creating from scratch. So guys, for example, you can spend 1 month just creating one design, and that design would be good. Okay. Or you can use template to create it in a few hours, and it may not be the best design, but that design, as long as it serves its purpose to communicate, is good enough, right? So for example, the Canva, I believe a lot of you have seen the Canva poster that I've done for the post that make you come into the class lah. So that design, is it good? I think it's not bad, but is it effective? Yes, because you guys are joining here, right? So that makes the purpose. It doesn't have to be the best design in the world. Okay. So the fourth mindset, design is about communication. So again, when you're doing a design, let's say you're doing slides for the teachers, if you're an entrepreneur, you are doing something else. If you are admin, if you are account, you are designing for something, right? So as long as that design is communicating the things that you want them to know, it is an effective design. Okay. Just don't think too much about like, is this a right choice or what? Is this a right choice or what? So it's very hard when you are making it hard to yourself. Okay. And that's why using templates and using the 5 design principles is so, it is your job to do that. Okay. And finding inspirations also. So the fifth and the last mindset is don't be a perfectionist. How many of you are identified as a perfectionist? Can you put a 1 in the chat? So what's a perfectionist? I align everything in the middle, you know. I need to be, oh my God, this is a bit big. I need to be aligned with the T, you know. So Yes, a lot of one here. There's 3 1 here. I think some of you would relate to this. So when perfectionist, it's actually very hard lah, because sometimes you try and make something that is like just not that, you try and you spend 30 minutes just to fix that one small error when the viewers might not even see the difference. So for example, in this space here, let's say I think, wow, this one sticks out, so I want to move it here. I want to move it here. Oh, but I need to move it here. So for example, guys, I just spent a few seconds doing this, and I think this is more better, right? But how is this different than what is being done here? So right? So sometimes you don't need to be too perfect and for the small details, because the main thing, as long as the main thing, the main message is communicated, is fine. Okay? Don't be too hard on yourself, right? So I think, thank you, Mr. Anyan, by to go. No problem, Muhammad. Remember, if you want the cert, please contact me, okay? Because I couldn't, I may not remember. So later, if you haven't got the cert, just contact me and I will do a cert just for you. All right? No problem. Okay, so thank you for joining and interacting with me again, Muhammad. So the last one, design in action. We don't have. May I know how to get the slides? Oh, you don't have the slides yet. All right. Wait. Can anyone in the chat help me to paste the link again, because I think I need to scroll back down a lot. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing the site link. Thank you so much, QY. I think that's your shortcut of your name. Thank you so much. Okay. So design in action, what should I create? So usually when we have 1 more hour, I would do some demonstration. But here, I'll just quickly go through it, so you don't have to be too rushed. Later, you guys need to go for lunch and things. So there's two the approach of design that I think it will help you. So first of all, it's recreating design. So what does recreating design uh yeah, no problem for the ones, no problem, QI. Just we will have this session recorded and we will be uploading to YouTube again, and the slides will be shared later also in the email. So no worries. Just that if you want the cert, remember, contact me. Okay, if you want the cert, contact me. All right. So recreating design is a good way to learn about Canva. Remember just now, you guys are trying out things, but if you don't have one objective, it's very hard for you to like find some features. Okay, so by recreating design, let's say you find something. Of course, this is not to publish. This is just for you to practice only. Let's say Uniqlo did a good poster that you like. You just want to try it out. Can I recreate that design or not? Okay, then you can try out Canva tools. Oh, I can do this, I can do that, right? Then you can see, oh, this is good, right? So you can, by practicing and recreating design, you can get better at the tool. One, you can observe how you can break down the things that, oh, you can use this, that, and you are trying to do that in the sense. So you are getting better also. Okay, so for example, recreating design. Let's say we have a design here by Uniqlo again. I don't know why I like Uniqlo a lot. So let's say we have a design here. Let's say we want to recreate it with Canva. So how can we do that, right? First of all, let me copy this and here, make it here lah. Okay, for example, okay, there's a picture of a winter, right? So let me go elements here. Let me search winter picture, winter, because they are selling winter shirts, right? Maybe I will search winter poster or something lah. Let me see. Winter or winter family, put some keywords there. For example, guys. Okay, for example, I really like this, right? Maybe I can use it as a recreation of this. Or you can also find something different. For example, this. Okay. Okay, since they are in square, let me do it in square also. So what I can do is I go to here, I make it small first, I make it a line in the middle. Then remember Alt, click on Alt. Now I can resize it together, for example. Okay. Now I have the size of this, right? So, by recreating design, you can also be familiar with like the tools and how they do designs and how you can break down things. So for example, you see this, they have this Uniqlo Lifewear logo. So how can I get it? Remember just now we have brand fetch, but let's not do that. Let's do a more used way lah. I go here, Uniqlo Lifewear logo. And I will show you guys what logo is transparent and what logo is not. If you see guys, if you see this logo here is white color, right? You click inside, you see it's actually like checkbox. It means that this is a transparent logo. Okay, so you just double click, copy image, paste here. Or you can also, of course, you can also how to say, download it and upload it here also. Oh, I realized that they have the white Lifewear logo. I don't want this. I want the white Lifewear logo. White logo. Do they have it? Do they have a white logo? Okay, if they don't have, it's fine. We'll just use this first. Okay. Of course, there are some ways where you can make this Lifewear white lah, but I won't cover it today because it's too much, I think. Okay. Let's say I have this here. So they have this winter collection. All right, let me just add some text here. Winter collection. Okay, then you put the same text, right? Stay warm throughout outdoor adventures. Okay, but if you notice, there's not much contrast here, right? So how can you make it more contrasty? Or how can I make this text brighter? Oh, now it's even worse because now I'm trying to do the same. So as you can see here, guys, they actually have some shadows here behind the text. So what I can do is I click on here, I click effects, I click on shadows, or I click lift. See, now it's more clear, but it's still not clear enough yet. So what I can do even more, I can add something like a fade. I can search fade in elements, and I can use something like this, For example, guys, I'm just giving an example. For example, I can move it back, Okay, it's just an example. Okay, for example, like that, let's say I have a fade here. It will be, now it's more prominent, right? But it's not a good design. So that is what I'm trying to tell you guys. When you guys are trying to recreate a design, you find your best power to recreate it. And at the same time, you're practicing, you see? You're practicing alignment here already, you see? It's all aligned in the middle, right? So this is how you can play around with recreating design. So if you guys have time, find your favorite brand in the world and go see their poster and you try to recreate it. If you don't know how to recreate it, or you can't possibly find any way to recreate it, go YouTube and search, how can I do this? How can I do that? There's a ton of tutorials out there that you can do, that you can find, okay? So this is one of the ways that you can recreate it. So let's say the second one is even harder because there's two guys here. And if you guys see, this is a harder one because the guys are cropped out, right? So how do you crop things out and how do you add elements behind it, right? So it's a bit more hard. So I actually have this in the slides just now. So this place will be blank and here will be blank also. So you guys can actually practice it later. Okay. So what you can do is, remember just now I told you about pro and free versions. So let me just show you another thing that okay, let me just use Ali's face here. This is our founder at 24 Consulting. So let's say let's say we have something like this, right? Okay, so maybe we can create a shape like this. Okay, let me copy this here. Okay, let's say this shape. Remember, how can we make this color? I want the same color. Remember, add new color, eyedropper tool, click here. Now it's this color, right? Okay, for example. Okay, now, since these guys are cropped out at the waist level, let me do the same for my boss. So remember, for paid version, also, I forgot to cover, you can background remove things immediately in Canva. So it's actually an all-in-one tool, you know. So it's not that good here because of the image itself, but some of the image, it will work very well. Okay. So for example, let me move it. Oh my god, let me move it up here. You see? Let me move it up here. For example, okay, I know this looks very bad, but you know, this is how you can break things down and try to recreate things. Okay. For example, like here, okay, maybe I want to add some text below there. Okay, you get the idea. Okay, so when you guys have time, you try to recreate the design here, and if you are done, you can also share it with me so I can help to see how do you do. Okay, and here's some actually activity that you can do also in your free time that I've created here. Creating design one. Remember, this is the template that you need to use. What's your title? What's your objective? Who's the audience, right? And here I have a few tasks for you. Presentation. So you need to find the right template. You have to put the title. You have to put the objective, right? Just remember how you can do it, okay? And second task here is digital flyer. You guys can try it out later because, you know, sometimes we are just too hard to, we have a task, but we don't know where to start. So I will just give you a task and you can just start straight from here if you want to practice over the weekend or anything. All right. So finally, we are having the last 15 minutes. Let 5 minutes we'll be doing an assessment. I think I won't be asking you. I'll just guide you through here. And later I'll give you, actually I have a surprise at the end. I'll give you a workbook and also certs. Remember? Okay. So let's do an assessment together. Remember, guys, the 5 design principles is first, alignment. Second, contrast. Third one, yes. Okay, City is answering alignment, contrast. Remember, the third one is hierarchy. Fourth one is proximity. The fifth one is white space. Right? Remember this 5? Apa cantik harus pandai. Wow. Okay, remember to go look back at the slides again. So, okay, this one I want everyone to answer. Always find what before designing. Starts with I. I have emphasized this a lot of times in the class. Inspiration. Yes. Thank you so much. Always finds inspiration, okay? In all of the work that you do. Always find inspiration first to get a feel, oh, okay, this is what I can do. But later you can also always use a template, right? You don't have to follow what people are doing. You can always use a template, right? The last one, yes, the second one is template. Someone already answered. Use template to ease your process, okay? And last one, always apply the 5 design principles, okay? In case you're wondering why I'm looking down, is because I'm looking at the chat at my phone. Okay, so guys, I want everyone to answer this. Before creating a design, which criteria should you identify? A, B, C, D, or F? Which criteria should you identify? Can I get some answers from the crowd we have today? Someone say F, someone say C. Okay. Thank you so much. The answer is F, but for the ones who have answered C, I want to give them credit also because platform is actually the most important one here before you start everything, because you need to know the dimension first, right? But everything you have to identify is just that you have to know which platform you are using it for. Okay, thank you so much. So what about this? When you receive a task from someone, what is the best approach? First is start designing immediately. Second, communicate first. Third one is design based on your preference, then revise after delivering. Okay, I have some B's here, and that is correct. Remember, design starts from communicating. Okay, you have to be a good listener, because let's say your boss say, create this for me, then you create. Oh no, boss, actually I went to the wrong route, right? So you have to be a good listener, you have to be a good communicator in order to bring the objective to the audience. All right. So the third one, what is one key benefit of observing the design around us? What is one key benefit? Why do we need to observe the things that is around us? Okay. What is the answer? Okay, I got a B. Yes, correct. You learn to identify what makes a good design or effective. All right. Okay, thank you so much for the answer, guys. Okay, what is one great way to practice using tools like Canva? I've just told you about just now. What is one way that you can practice using the tool or practice designing? Okay, someone said A, someone said B, right? Fahim said B. Fahim said A, a lot of you say B, and you are right for both. So redesigning existing tasks is the most effective way for me. Actually, I don't know if anyone has ever said this or not, because I think I'm the first. So redesigning tasks is something that you can do by practicing your colors, practicing your fonts, practicing everything. But if you have the time to play around with the tools randomly, it will also benefit you. It's just not the best effective way that I would think, because some features you may saw it and you may not use it actually. So you don't know the use case, you just know, oh, that's this feature. But it's not a bad thing, okay? So I think this is the last one. What mindset leads to a better, more effective design? So is it A, B, or C here? C, okay. Yes, the answer is C. Focusing on the message. Remember, design is all about communication. Okay, thank you so much for the answer. So is there any Q&A before we end the session? I'll give you the slides, I'll give you the workbook, I'll give you a certificate. Is there any questions? Okay, can I get a 1 if you are good with everything? Can I get a 1 if you are good with everything? Okay, thank you so much for the answer. Remember, this session will be recorded. Hopefully, you guys can go to our YouTube and watch it. And when we upload it, I will send a personal notification for you guys through email. Okay? Thank you so much. So, summary or recap. Today, in this 3-hour session, we have learned the 5 key design principles, the importance of finding inspirations, references, and templates, how beginners can use Canva, creating an effective workflow. Remember just now, I gave you guys a template. Use that template when guiding yourself, and eventually you don't need it anymore because it's in your head. Okay. And the 5th one is, of course, the mindset for a great designer. Okay. Remember, don't be a perfectionist. All right. Thank you so much. No problem. Thank you so much, Siti. It means a lot to me when you say that. Okay. So before we end, guys, don't leave first. Oh my god, I'm very scared you guys are leaving, because I want you guys to get the cert. Okay. So another way to practice again, Uniqlo, just to be curious, just to be curious with the surrounding. Sometimes you may not even know why are you walking to that store, but it's actually the design that may be inspiring you. Oh, I really like that vibe, or that banner actually moves me, right? So just be curious. Sometimes sometimes I hate when JD Sport do this 50% off, but actually only the few socks that is just a few socks that is having a 50%. Most of them is like maybe 15. So some of that technique you can actually use it. All right. So okay, I see that a lot of you, oh my god, is everyone leaving already? No, right? Because I need to give you guys the cert. You need to fill in something to get the cert lah. Okay. So first of all, congratulations, you have made it to the end. And so before we end, I also say thank you so much Thank you so much for joining this session. It means a lot to me, and I see a lot of thank yous in the chat. You guys are very welcome, and I hope you guys can learn something from this session. So before I give you the certificate form, it would be great if you guys can leave us a Google review. Just maybe take a snapshot of the screen, you know, or something. We are doing this for free, and we are actually planning to have a lot of session like this in the future. And I hope you guys can join in the later sessions lah. Okay. So guys, here is wait. So after this form, later I will have a feedback form here. So after the feedback form, you guys can actually get the certs later. Okay. So for now, can I get your help to just put in a few reviews there? Just 5 stars only. 2 stars. Please talk to me. 2 stars. Please talk to me. Okay. Remember, stay until the end. Later. I see a lot of thank yous here. I really appreciate it, but I'm just afraid you guys are leaving already because I need to give a cert to you. Okay, please stay until the later. It's coming soon a day. All right. I hope everyone can just drop in a few feedbacks. Give us some ratings on Google. It will actually really help us in growing our company, and we are just trying to educate people, get people better at tech, better at tools like Canva to make their life easier. Okay. And later I'll also share, if you are staying until the end, later I'll also share, actually Fahim is actually having my colleague Fahim, who just started the meeting today, he's having a wellness in tech session on Thursday. If you guys haven't joined it yet, later you guys can go to our website and join, and I'll show you where you can sign up. Okay, so thank you so much for the ones who have given the reviews. I will actually personally reply to them later. So finally, we have reached to the end. I'll give this cert feedback form, so you guys can actually fill it in, and you guys would see something like this. Okay, so you can just share your feedback, put in the stuff that we have put here. And remember, for the names and email, it has to be right because the name will be appearing on the cert. Okay, and the email, please make sure that it is correct, so the cert will be sent to you later. Okay, done. Thank you so much, Ida. So I just hope you guys can I'll just give you maybe 2 to 3 minutes to fill in the form. It may be a bit long, but I hope you guys can get the cert from it. Okay, so after the cert also, as how many people is here? I think there's like 38, 37, right? Done. Okay, all right. So for the ones who have done this, okay, so it's like this. Let me get this straight. For the ones who have filled in the feedback form, your cert will be sent to you. Don't worry if you didn't get it. You should be able to get it automatically, but don't worry if you didn't, because after the session, I will check if there's any one of you who haven't gotten the cert yet. If yes, then I will send it to you again. So don't worry, just fill in the feedback form and you will get the certs. Okay. So at the end, I just want to share a workbook that I've also created for you guys. So wait, let me see here. Oh, I don't think this is the right link. Okay, wait, give me a second. Give me a second, yeah. Okay. Just give me a second. This is a workbook link. Thank you so much for the ones who have filled in the feedback form. Again, this is the slides. This is the workbook. Let me find the slides for you again. Sorry. Okay. Canva class for non-designers. Okay. Okay. So this is a workbook that I've prepared for you guys. You guys want to scan here, it's also fine. If you guys want to scan here, it's fine. Okay. So yeah, and that's it. Don't worry. because the workbook and slides, I think I will also be sending you later when we have uploaded the YouTube video. I'll send everything to you lah. I send you the slides, I send you the workbook. I may also send you some of the YouTubers or like YouTube channels that I think has inspired me a lot in terms of design. And yeah, so thank you so much for joining. I hope every one of you has already filled in the feedback form just now. Okay, let me know if you haven't gotten the cert or if you haven't filled in the feedback form yet. Right? Thank you so much, guys, and that's it for today. If you want to follow us on our social media, here is the link that you can use. So we are on a lot of platforms. So we are on a lot of platforms. So you can always go to this link and you can click, when you click on the link, you can go to our website, you can go to our LinkedIn, anywhere you like. So for information, let's say you want to join the next session, right? You can click on the website button, go to our website, and here you can actually see our upcoming session. This is today's session. So if you want to sign up for our wellness class also, which will be led by my colleague Fahim, you can also sign up from here. You can register from here. All right. So that's it for today. I hope you guys have learned something, and I'm just very happy to see that there's a lot of you who have stayed until the end. Thank you so much for joining and spending your time with us. All right. I'm Anian from 24 Consulting. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, my memory is off. Thank you so much.